Trig Free College, summation. So this capital weird looking E stands for the summation. I believe it is the sigma symbol, capital sigma. And it stands for the symbol summation. And basically, it's a process that we need to do. Uh, to the right of the summation, you'll have an expression, something like 2k plus 1. And then to the bottom, you'll also have a start value. And so where k equals 1, this is where we start, meaning we're going to start with the number 1, and we're going to plug it into our value of k, into our variable of k, and evaluate it. And then we go up by consecutive integers, meaning we go 1, then 2, then 3, then 4, then 5, then 6. We go all the way up until this number, which is our end number. And so because our start is 1 and our end is 4, we're going to plug in the numbers k equals 1, k equals 2, k equals 3, and k equals 4. So regardless of what your expression is, looking at the top and the bottom tells you what how many expressions you're going to have and how many you're going to have to plug in. And then it's called summation because we're going to sum them all together. So one at a time, I take my values of k and plug them into my expression, 2k plus 1. So 2 times k, whatever you're plugging in for k, plus 1. So when k equals 1, that would be 2 times 1 plus 1. When k equals 2, that's 2 times 2 plus 1. When k equals 3, that's 2 times 3 plus 1. And when k equals 4, 2 times 4 plus 1. So now I evaluate this. 2 times 2 is 2, plus 1 is 3, 4 plus 1 is 5, 6 plus 1 is 7, 8 plus 1 is 9. And then we add these all together and get 3 plus 5 is 8, plus 7 is 15, plus 9 is 24. You can certainly use your calculator for the algebra assistance there. Now, I believe in the more advanced calculators that some of you probably have, there is a way to actually type like this whole thing in and just get the answer. And that'll certainly be useful for you in a multiple choice question, but these usually are not multiple choice questions. I mean, I designed them this way so I could quickly kind of walk around and see if you're getting the right answer when we're checking things in class. But typically, this is a part 2 or a part 3, and all of this work is worth probably 3 points. The answer is probably only worth 1 point. So make sure you know how to do the process and not just type it into your calculator. Let's do one more. And the key difference here is notice that there's something in front of the sigma notation. There wasn't in this case. In this case, it was everything was to the left. If there is anything to the left side, I said left before, I meant everything here is to the right. If there is anything to the left side, like this 10 plus, that is applied last and only once. So last, comma, only once. And that's the biggest mistake, is a lot of people think I have to add 10 to each of my terms, like here. Well, it's not the case. If there's a 10 plus here, we would add 10 to our final answer of 24. So if there's a 10 plus or a 3 times or a 2 minus 4 times, anything like that, it's done last. And so you can think of this whole sigma notation part in parentheses and the 10 plus in front of that. So my start number is 1, my end number is 5, and we're using n as our variable. So that's n equals 1, n equals 2, n equals 3, n equals 4, n equals 5. And my expression, n cubed minus 1. It's 1 cubed minus 1, 2 cubed minus 1, 3 cubed minus 1, 4 cubed minus 1, and 5 cubed minus 1. So one at a time, you replace n with your values of n starting from 1 to 5 consecutive. Now, this is a good example of, yes, I could probably figure out a way to type this whole thing in my calculator and get the final answer, but that would only get me 1 out of 4 to 5 points. The process is worth more than the answer in these part 2s and 3s. So let's evaluate. 1 cubed is 1, minus 1 is 0. 2 cubed is 8 minus 1 is 7. 3 cubed is 27 minus 1 is 26. 4 cubed is 64 minus 1 is 63. And 5 cubed is 125 minus 1 is 124. Now I happen to know the cubed values, but again, your calculator can certainly be of assistance to you. In fact, I'm going to use it now to make sure I don't mess up my addition. I don't really need the 0 plus, but I'll put it just to have it. Plus 7 plus 26 plus 63 plus 124. The summation is 220. 220. And then I have this. Last only once. So after the whole summation, now I will do the 10 plus 220 and get a final answer of 230. So it's not done each time, it's done last only once. And I can't stress that enough, because of all the years I've been doing this, I see that happen all the time. People add 10 to each of them, and they obviously lose points for that error. So don't make that mistake. Only do it last and only do it once. All right, let's go practice this tomorrow.